A little bit about the spatial resolution now. A pixel is basically defined as a picture element. With a satellite, the resolution can be 1 meter up to several kilometers. With aircraft, a few centimeters up to several meters. And here we are with our combine yield monitor. I say here it's a V-shaped pixel. And I'll show you an illustration here. As the grain flows through the combine moves through the field, what we have is the grain has to move from the outer extreme of the combine header, move toward the center. That all takes time. And then it has to combine and move through the combine. And so there's a time delay in getting the grain to the center of the combine and then moving it through the combine. And so there's a tremendous amount of mixing. A lot of this can be estimated and built into the software that corrects the yield map, but nonetheless there's considerable mixing and uncertainty that's involved in the final numbers that come out. Well, what kind of pictures work best for remote sensing? If you want to overlay one map, one image on top of the other one, we have to use what they call nadir image, looking straight down. So this will allow you to resize and stretch those images a little bit, called georeferencing. This way you can insert them into something like Google Earth or one of the popular GIS packages. As you fly commercial airline or small aircraft, you've always looked out the window and seen all kinds of pretty pictures, interesting things on the ground. Unfortunately, these are not very good and close to worthless when it comes to stacking layers on top of one another. You just have to stretch them too much and you lose too much detail. But they do make a very nice picture and can identify some problems in the field. Show you a couple of examples here of how different kinds of imagery are related. This is a color digital image of several different kinds of fields in late June. FSA means Farm Service Administration, so these are free to farmers. So this one is a normal color digital image. You'll notice in the lower left-hand corner here the semblance of a center pivot. The dark green area here is some kind of a waterway. And in the upper right we have a farmstead with lots of trees around it. And we have a field about in the upper middle that doesn't have much vegetation at all. Now let's look to see what happens if we use color infrared photography. Remember, living vegetation is displayed as different shades of red. So most notable is the area with the farmstead where we have lots of trees and the waterway, the darkest red colors. The least amount of vegetation is in the field here that showed almost no green. So that's the difference between those kinds of images.